and welcome to the Rights and Royalties podcast. I am your host, The Recipe. Thanks for tuning in. This is episode number 1, and today's episode is titled The Sounds of Ownership. This episode is about music copyrights. But before we bust down today's show, I want to give a special thanks to our sponsor, On Deck Records. They are up next. Yes. Now, what is a copyright? A copyright is the sole right which an author has in their own original literary compositions. The exclusive right of an author to print, publish their own literary works for their own benefit. Now, of course, there are two main rights of a copyright that the music industry operates and revolves around. And that's the masters in publishing. The master is referred to as the sound recording copyright. Sound recording as in records, masters, phonograms, or the audio recording file, i.e., the WAV file, the MP3 file, or the AIFF file of the composition and or that song. Now, you can collect your master recording royalties or the proceeds due from the sale and or streams of the master recording. Now, that's via your distributor like TuneCore, DistroKid, CD Baby. If you have a major record label deal, then it's them. You can also collect these performance royalties via the master sound recording via Sound Exchange and PPL over in the UK. Sound Exchange is based here in America, and if you're outside of America, any other organizations that collect these sound recording performance royalties to as neighboring rights. All right. Now, publishing is referred to as a performing arts copyright here in America. Performing arts as in the composition, the sheet music, in most hip hop cases, or R&B, MIDI files, or publishing or a song to be performed, you can collect a performance royalty for the composition via BMI, CSAC, ASCAP here in America, and PRS over in the UK. And other countries have their own performing rights organizations as well. Now, to collect these royalties for you all right now, you can collect the mechanical royalties due from the composition via Harry Fox, which has been phased out in the last couple years, but also Music Reports, as well as the MLC, also known as the Mechanical Licensing Collective here in America. You can also collect your mechanical royalties over in the UK from the MCPS, and now Lyric Fine right here in America. You can get your lyric display royalties from Lyric Fine. That's basically when you go to Spotify, Pandora, or Apple Music, and the artist has the lyrics on the page. Artists are now able to collect the royalty for that, which is actually pretty cool. But let's go through real quick the 6 rights of a copyright to be exercised to the fullest extent of the United States Code under Title 17, and that's the right to reproduce, the right to reproduce the copyrighted work in copies or phonorecords, physical or digital format, the right to prepare derivative works, the right to prepare derivative works based upon the copyrighted work, the right to distribute the copies or phonorecords of the copyrighted work to the public by sale or other transfership or ownership, or by rental, lease, or lending. And then we have the right to the public performances, the right to perform the copyrighted work publicly, the right to public display, the right to display the copyrighted work publicly, and the right to digital performances. And that's the right to digital audio transmission performance. I hope you guys enjoyed today's first episode of Rights and Royalties. I hope that any missing pieces or dots that I could connect for you through this podcast, I hope I did so. And if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, please feel free to reach out. Shoot me a message at batw415@gmail.com. And it was fun doing this, and I'm looking forward to doing episode number 2. This is The Recipe for the Rights and Royalties podcast, signing off.